Hi everyone, and welcome to part 4, I think, in the Living in Belize series. And this is about our first year in Placencia. And after that first year, what changes, So my first impression of Placencia was how honest the realtors and the property managers that we dealt with were. We were in Spain when we rented an apartment sight unseen, and we deposited first month's rent and a deposit into their a bank account of a total stranger. Stupid? Perhaps. But when we arrived, our apartment was indeed real, and the property manager was sitting on the front steps waiting for us to arrive. And everyone was so friendly and welcoming. From the very first night that we went to the bar across the road for some supper, expats and locals alike accepted us and bent over backwards to help us settle into our new life. And over the next month or two, we explored our surroundings, the sidewalk, wanted to try all the bars and the restaurants, go to the beach, and the beauty of it just took our breath away. And we spent most days on the beach as tourists do, or at the pool. And I mean, I just had to pinch myself that this was my life now. And those first few months were full of wonder, as would be seen through the eyes of a tourist. But by the third month, we learned that if you are impatient and value convenience, then this life is not for you. For good quality meat and dairy products, ordering from the farms, various farms around Belize is pretty essential. And they deliver to your door once a week, which is really good. But it requires a bit of forward planning, obviously, and a few days wait before you receive your order after ordering. And also frustrating, or can be frustrating, is the fact that you're not given any advance warning of the delivery. No window that you can make yourself available. A phone call or text message usually happens when they are actually outside your gate or your front door. And as the weeks go by, you'll obviously get used to, the general time that they deliver to you. But you still won't get any advance warning or a window. And that can be frustrating, right? Stores here are not open 24/7. Groceries stores open at about 8 a.m. and they close at 7 p.m. And there are no convenience stores here, no 7-Eleven to run to late at night when you run out of, milk, cat food, or toilet paper. And there are no big buck stores here either. No Starbucks, no McDonald's, no chain stores of any kind. And that sometimes makes shopping for certain items challenging, especially in Placencia, because Placencia is a really small little village and it's quite a long way from any big cities at all. And if you can't buy it here within a 30-mile range, a trip to Belize City or Belmopan or even Spanish Outlook is probably necessary, and that's a 2.5 or 3 hour drive away. Or you can simply order those items online, and that's another test in patience. There is no direct delivery to Belize from, say, Amazon or any other online store in North America. And the only way to receive your items is through a freight forwarder that you send to the States, and then they send it on a ship to Belize. And that could take, depends on the timing. If you get it there in time, that could take 2 or 3 weeks. Yes, you heard that right, weeks. Time is relative here. Right now means today, tomorrow, or never. 15 minutes means sometime today. Tomorrow means sometime this week. And the most elastic time segment of all, 2 weeks. 2 weeks can mean 3 weeks, 2 months, or next year, but never ever does it mean 14 days. So chores and errands are completed early in the day when it's cooler. And in Canada, I would get all my household chores done first thing and then run my errands later on. In Belize, grocery shopping or driving from place to place or walking from place to place afternoon will probably lead to heat stroke, or at the very least a pit stop at the local bar for a cold drink, where you'll probably stay for the rest of the afternoon, leaving your shopping and other errands for another day, preferably early in the morning. And then, of course, you can stop by at the bar for a drink in the afternoon to cool off. But at least you've got your errands done. If you're still here after 6 months, then you'll find that you fall into an easy rhythm of life where you meet up with friends at the pool and the beach for various lunches, suppers, or drinks. And then you can participate in a number of various activities that interest you. There is a huge amount of things to do here if you live here. That is outside the scope of a normal touristy stuff. And of course, you can still do the touristy stuff as well, because that's always fun. But when you live here, you become part of a close-knit community where people greet you in the street, rally around you when you need it, which is really amazing. Looking back on that first year, I realized how different our lives had become. In the dry season, you get used to driving dusty vehicles and the ever-present sound on carpets. We wear mostly shorts, sleeveless shirt and flip-flops. I had long ago abandoned timekeeping due to the lack of local support, and now live according to the rules of the approximate rendezvous. We'll probably see you there, is a common answer to questions. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized we must have changed. There are dozens of differences between our old life and our new life, and we had to adjust to them all. Most of the changes took place gradually and pleasantly. All of them, I think, were changes for the better. We no longer watched a lot of television, and that wasn't some self-righteous decision to pursue more intellectual pursuits. It just simply happened. And we eat better, way better than we used to, taking advantage of the special offers provided by nature all throughout the year. Roma tomatoes, sweet potatoes, dragon fruit, avocados, pineapples, bananas, mangoes, papaya, melons, and limes, and so much more. All fresh, all juicy, all delicious. It was our first year here was a self-absorbed year, confined mostly to the house, our smoothie shop that we used to run, and the southern part of Belize. Fascinating to us in its daily detail, sometimes frustrating, often uncomfortable, but never dull or disappointing. And above all, we felt at home.